The topic of today's video is the Honda Hawk, Honda's new Honda Hawk 11. It's been revealed at a recent motorcycle show in Japan. I actually haven't been up that way. I might just do a U-turn and have a little look up there. This is Wendouree, by the way. I thought I'd come this way to have a little chat about the Honda Hawk and my thoughts on the bike. So it's been a bit of a weird release actually, the Honda Hawk 11. It's been very, very quiet. And what's going on here? So maybe we can't go around that way. Looks like we can. So this just takes you to a little cemetery. This is the Wendouree Cemetery. I've never been here before. And where was I? Yeah, the Honda Hawk 11. Yeah, it's been a weird release. It's only been revealed at the recent Japanese motor show, and there's been no real fanfare around the world for it or anything like that, which sort of has me suspecting and very suspicious that it might be an Asian market only model, which is why I haven't been getting excited about it or been talking about it. It's just been really quietly released. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Honda Hawk 11, the new one, is based on the Africa Twin platform, and it sports the same 1084cc engine. What state of tune it's in, it may be tweaked like the Rebel 1100. It's actually using the same dash as the Rebel 1100, which is interesting. And styling wise, it's a good looking bike, but there are parts of it that I don't like. In particular the subframe, where it comes down or goes up from the upright of the frame to the rear of the back seat. That triangular piece there, it's too big or too much, and I think it needs to be smaller. I think they should have, maybe that's just a carryover from the Africa Twin frame or from the NT 1100 frame. But on those bikes it doesn't look so obvious or so out of place. It looks really out of place to my eye, at least, on the Hawk 11. But other than that, I think it's quite a good looking bike. And it's growing on me more the more I see it. Although I am trying not to look at it because I don't want to get my hopes up. It is a bike that I could see myself owning, but if it's not going to be sold in Australia, what's the point of sort of even thinking about it? So I thought I'd just make this little video to just let you know that it is on my radar. I have had people ask me what I think of it. It is on my radar, but I'm not getting excited because I really strongly suspect that we won't see that bike in Australia. I think riding position wise it would suit me. A little bit of weight on my wrists in that style would be pretty cool. As to how comfortable that or how much weight would be on my wrists, you won't know until you actually ride the bike. And there's very little details on it specs wise. If I do find specs, I'll go hunting around on a Japanese websites, and if I do find specs I'll certainly include them in this video. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's just a weird one, and the press worldwide has been very subdued on it. Like I saw Motorcycle News mentioned it in the UK just yesterday or today, and that was just a brief mention that it was being released, but not much word on availability, whether it's coming to Europe even. So it's a bit of a weird one. It reminds me of the CB 1300 Honda. It's another bike I really like, and I made a video on that bike. And again, it's an Asian market only bike, but it's a pretty cool bike. It's a bike I could actually see myself owning. It's just not sold here in Australia. Interestingly enough, that video is my best all-time performing video. The last time I saw it had over 400,000 views. So it's pretty interesting why that particular video took off. I think it just goes to show when you're making YouTube videos, you can't predict, you can't plan, you just make the video and hope that it clicks with some people. While we're in the area, I thought I'd take you on a little tour through one of my favourite little routes. This is just through the Wendouree wind farm section. Very still today again, not much wind. Although I'm getting a lot of wind noise in my helmet, so I don't know if because it's getting colder now, we're into autumn and the air's getting dense or denser, and so even though it's not a lot of wind, as you're moving through it, it's noisier. So yeah, back to the Honda Hawk 11. It is a bike that appeals to me, although I'm not 100% sold on the styling. And I will be keeping an eye to see if it does come to the US, Australia, UK, Europe. But as it stands, it looks like it's really looking like it may be an Asia market only motorcycle. Just on motorcycles not coming to Australia or not available in Australia, we still haven't seen any word or any sign of the NT1100. I keep checking the Honda Australia website, and there's still no mention of it. Now, when I spoke to the dealer, he was talking around May, June, that he believes they're coming or will be available. And we're now into March, end of March, coming to April, so that's only really 8 weeks away. I don't know. I'm not holding out a lot of hope actually at this point to see the NT1100. I think I will call into the dealer this week sometime and just have a chat to him and see if he's still got a bike on order or if he's had an update on what's happening. Normally I see him appear on the Honda Australia website pretty early. Like the Rebel 1100 showed up pretty quickly when it was first released, but there's still no sign of the NT1100 on the Honda Australia website. So that's another bike that I don't know, we may not see, and I'm not sure if Honda are having trouble with supplies because of the pandemic, or having a rethink on sales in different areas. Looks like they're going to burn those wood piles at some point, and I reckon they would have got blown over in storms recently or a few months ago. I'm curious to hear if you guys in the US are getting any word on the NT1100 for your market. If you've been able to talk to a dealer or put a deposit down on one, or you've heard word that you can pre-order them, because I fear you'll be in the same boat as us Australians where you may not see the bike. Get a really nice view up here of the world. You can see out a fair way. One of my favourite spots to come riding around this area. Lake Learmonth over there in the distance. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think. Do you like the new Honda Hawk 11? Is it a bike you'd consider buying? Also, your thoughts on the NT1100. Are the people that were excited by them as I was when they were first announced and released overseas? Do you still feel the same level of excitement for the NT1100, or have you sort of gone off the boil on that bike and moved your sights and your focus elsewhere? It's hard to, I was pretty keen on the NT1100. I thought it'd make a great replacement for my NC750X, but it's hard to maintain enthusiasm when the manufacturer doesn't seem to be keen on promoting the bike or selling the bike in your country. And you get to the point, you start looking elsewhere and you start thinking other bikes might be more suitable. Be interesting to see how the sales are going in Europe for the NT1100, what the figures are like. I'll also try and find that information out as well, see if it's selling well. Alright, I think I'll wind it up for this video. If you've made it this far, thanks heaps for watching, and as always, thank you so much for supporting the channel, and hopefully I'll get to see all of you again in the next one. Bye for now.